This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Matthew chapter 24, and verse 7 and 8. Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Ruach Kwadash. Double honors to our venerable apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the Lord's elect, the house of David. All right, it's the brother Aharon coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing to be edifying and uplifting unto the elect. All right, and today is Wednesday, September 20th. I mean, damn, September 20th. All right, 2023. All right, the hopeful year where all the prophecies be fulfilled. All right, and where do I begin? There's so much going on, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua as we enter into these last days. All right, pretty much we are in the last days, but in the latter part of the last days, all right, there's excitement that's building up. I say this, yesterday and even today, all right, pretty much all week, all right, all so-called week, all right, I've been feeling this feeling of tranquility, real calm, real relaxed, because the Lord, all right, through the Spirit, he's got something going on, and he's revealing it to us day by day. All right, and ultimately what we're seeing is these devils about to make their move. Okay, Revelation 12 and 12 tells you that. All right, like I said, today is September 20th, and by the time this video goes up, it's probably going to be the 21st. All right, but all you see, the vibration as the days are flying, all right, these devils are also coming out boldly, proclaiming themselves to be gods on earth. Okay, and by doing that, they are determining the direction in which the world is going into. Okay, the scriptures talk about these devils having power to take peace out of the earth. Okay, it is through their policies. Okay, just as people have witnessed over the past 2-3 years, going into 4 years now. Okay, and now they're about to kick into a different gear. All right, now you're really about to understand what draconian actually means. Okay, because now they have a reason, they're justified. All right. It says, there's an article I'm going to get into real quick. It says, UN chief warns, quote, humanity has opened the gates of hell, end quote, as he convenes world leaders to climate summit. You hear that? And when you look at the picture, it looks like low-key a pyramid. Okay, if you look at it with a spiritual eye, you will see that it looks like a pyramid. Okay, and the United Nations, they're coming together to what? To unite the nations under one world order. Okay, and they're going to use their military, they're going to use their so-called experts and scientists and so on and so forth. Okay, their politicians, their so-called religious leaders, which is going into the churches, all right, including people here in Israel. So this devil is coming out saying that humanity has opened the gates of hell. So then they call for what? The climate summit. The devils, that is. Okay? The gates of hell are open, so let's come up together. Let's all come together. Let's do a summit and let's discuss. This is United Nations, and this is all going into the man of sin being revealed. Okay, you got these so-called Christians that sit around talking about, oh, the Antichrist must come. And well, the scriptures tell you in the book of, is it 1st or 2nd John? All right, that there are many Antichrists. All right, let's see. Right, this is the book of 1st John. chapter 2 and verse 18, it says, little children, it is the last time, right? And we are in that last time. And as ye have heard, that Antichrist shall come, right? That man of sin, he's anti-Messiah. Even now are there many antichrists, okay? Many different beings, okay? You got the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, which really, again, they're the same pretty much family, if you really look at it, but just with different names, okay? And then they marry amongst themselves. Yeah. They call it keeping the family blood pure. You fucking devils. It says, even now are there many antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time. What do you see in the whole entire world? Everybody's anti-Messiah. It's a huge anti-Messiah spirit. So it's not just a one-person thing. Yeah, it's being influenced by a group of people, the so-called elites. Okay? The elites of this world who are behind all these different things. Okay? But yet you can't talk about them because then you become an anti, you know what? You know? But they're the ones behind all of this shit. All the stuff that you see going on around the world. They are the ones behind because they stand to benefit. Okay, because whenever there's an issue, it's so convenient. They always come out with the solutions. Oh, this is the only way we're gonna have to get the booster. Oh no, don't get a booster. That shit doesn't work no more. We got a new and improved version coming out. And it's gonna be hitting New York on Friday. You know? And we recommend that people 6 months and up come get that thing. You see what I'm saying? These devils have started their death campaign. Okay? Then they have the nerve to say, "Oh, we thank you for participating in the first trials. This time we're asking you to do it again. You already did it. Why stop now?" You know? You already started it. Why stop now? Don't be like these anti-vat, them. Don't be like them because we got something for them. So Kamala Harris, she said that shit back in 2020. I remember that. She said those who were on the right-hand side, those who were supporting Trump, those who have this difference in opinion and all that, oh, don't worry. When we come into power, we're coming for you. That's what she said. All right, we're going to be looking for you and we're going to be coming for you. And just remember, you chose this. You chose it this way. You did it this way. You could have just complied. But no, you want to be difficult. You want to be against the grain. You want to be more, oh, I'm not part of the world type energy. Okay, we're coming for you. We'll see how that goes. So that's the energy that they're coming in. All right, the conquest spirit. But before they come in with the force, they gotta, get the people drunk in these crazy, wild, queer philosophies. Drunk, crazy out their minds. They got the biggest so-called sodomite parade out in the land of Israel. They just testing the Lord. Ooh. Hey, the Lord about to get busy. Okay? Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is about to get busy soon. All right? Oh, let's get that. Let's get that. Man. Thy law. Is the book of Psalm, chapter 119 and verse 126. It says, it is time for thee, O Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, to work, to get busy. For they have made void thy law. And we're coming into those times. The Lord is about to get busy. Okay? About to work. All right? Do a marvelous work. So let's read. It says, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres, and this demon is the same demon that a few months ago said that, oh, the world is no longer going into a climate change, global warming. Now we're shifting into global boiling. I said, what? Somebody get this nigga off up out of this place, bro. We don't want to see this guy no more. We don't want to hear nothing. He's all desperate, all pissed off. He sound like Al Gore, all mad, all like, calm down, old man. Go sit down someplace. All right, keep popping your pills so you can stay alive. Shut up. Go sit down. Nobody want to hear that shit. All right, we'll see you in slavery soon, nigga. So calm down. You got Gil Bates fantasizing about depopulation. This nigga gets all worked up and giddy. You know, you watching me giggling and shit, you know, smirking. Just slap those glasses off of that dumbass, man. You know? But this is what they say. He said what? He issued a stark warning, this Antonio Gutierrez dude, as he gathered world leaders for a high-level summit. Now, we know what a summit means, right? The top of a mountain, right? These world leaders are the top of their so-called governments. There are various governments which are known as mountains, okay? It says a summit on the climate crisis. There ain't no such thing, but hey, we'll see. Quote, humanity has opened the gates of hell. Who's humanity? When they say that, that just simply means get ready for hell to break loose. They've already told you. It says horrendous heat is having horrendous effects, and it was caused by who? Distraught farmers watching crops carried away by floods, caused by who? Sweltering temperatures, spawning disease, caused by who? Did not the Lord talk about all these things? End time prophecies. To the point where these devils are the ones telling you. I mean, the Lord is ill. This is beautiful. We're reading the end time prophecies, word for word. Right? They say distraught farmers watching crops carried away by floods. That's going to what? Cause a food famine. Okay, sweltering temperature, spawning disease. That's what? Pestilence. Okay, horrendous heat having horrendous effects. Going into the so-called natural elements being used as weapons against the people. But ultimately, who's the one who said these things are going to happen? He will cause these things. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's why he sent his prophets out here to give you warning, because when it comes, you will not escape. You have those who are listening. You have those who are rebelling. And you have those who have no idea what the hell is going on. You know? It says, he said in a speech to open the Climate Ambition Summit happening alongside the UN General Assembly in New York, quote, climate action is dwarfed by the scale of the challenge, end quote. He added, warning that if nothing changes, we are heading towards a dangerous and unstable world. Well, it's dangerous and unstable for them. Because what makes it so dangerous and unstable? The world has been going on for thousands of years. All of a sudden now it's a whole panic and we all about to die. And in the next 50 years, the Earth's temperature is going to rise to 0.021%. So we should all be bugging out and save energy and use this, and you own nothing, you be happy, and we depopulate you. And again, come on, bro. Again, the man of sin is being revealed. You know, they can't help it. You know, that's who they are. They're created to be the wicked. I mean, you think of some of the things that they plan to do, and you sit there and you wonder, like, yo, this nigga Klaus Schwab really said water is not a human right. He said this. You're like, what the fuck? Like, whoever thinks of some shit like that? Like, oh, water is not a human right. Like, nigga, do you own water? Like, who gave you that feeling? Like, you need to get your bald ass head slapped up. You know? To protect themselves. You need to grab this phone, beat his ass up. Him, Rupert Murdoch. All right? We have a long list. I have a long list of you special Edomites that, Lord willing, in the kingdom, I'd like to have you on my plantation. All right? I want to show you something. All right? I want to teach you something. Bitches. Continuing. It says, the one-day conference, which comes as the world grapples with devastating floods and fires, is intended to build a global momentum towards slashing planet heating pollution ahead of the UN's COP28 climate summit in Dubai in December. We'll be tuning in for that. Wednesday's summit is unusual due to Gutierrez's decision to restrict the speaker list to countries he deemed to have clear and effective climate plans, and those prepared to send a high-level leader to speak. This nigga not playing. Oh man. It says of the nearly 200 countries present in New York for the General Assembly, only 34 nations and 7 non-governmental bodies. Now they call it non-governmental bodies. It was organizations, now it's bodies. Okay. Which organizations and bodies pretty much same thing. It says because bodies have members, right? And so do organizations, right? And members are what the parts of your body. Okay. So it says so the non-governmental organization or non-governmental bodies secured speaking slots at the UN Chief Summit, blah blah. Let's see. Notably absent from the speaker list were some of the world's biggest polluters, including China, India, and the United States. Though U.S. Climate Envoy John Kerry is attending, and yeah, he's been pushing. He's talking about farmers need to be stopped. We need to stop these farmers. We gotta really look more into this 3D printed meat stuff and save the planet. Save the planet. It's very important for me to fly my private jet to these meetings to tell you why you shouldn't be doing what I'm doing. It's very important, right? That's why they're going to be putting slavery. And again, a lot more reasons, but that's a good one. That's one of the good ones. It says it says in his Wednesday speech, Gutierrez called on developed countries to reach net zero emissions. You hear that? Yo. Jeez, man. Removing from the atmosphere at least as much planet warming pollution as they produce by 2040. Now, that's the thing. These devils are the ones creating all this shit. They talking about the outer space is filled with debris. I'm like, ain't no regular people going into outer space, man. Jake is not in outer space. The Chinese people are not in outer space like that. Esau is the only one that be going up there chilling, so-called outer space, right? But whatever atmosphere they be showing that says that, yes, there's debris. Who's doing that? Right? Who's creating the technology and the desire to even want to go there? You got Elon Musk talking about, oh, we can go to Mars. You got a whole Earth over here. Nigga want to go to Mars. Who thinks like these people, man? And they can just get up and say, yo, we need to depopulate the Earth. Like, nigga, what? And then this is how we gonna do it. And then we're just gonna tell them to their face. And we're just gonna go ahead and do it. Man. Scriptures tell you about this darkness that's covered the whole entire earth, gross darkness to people. Okay? And they're gonna sit right in the darkness, and the Lord gonna come down and storm their ass with that fire. Okay, that besom of destruction wipe the whole land clean, because this land, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. But we'll see. The great equalizer is coming. Okay, he's coming. It says, let's see, by 2040, at least 10 years earlier than most current commitments. He also asked countries to commit to timelines to phase out fossil fuel emissions. Do you hear that? That means, barbecue stands, gas cars, gas, right? What else? Pretty much anything that you're using currently, you're about to be switching over soon. That's all that means. It's just a fancy way of saying you're about to own nothing and you'll be happy. All right. It says, so they're going to phase out fossil fuel emissions, as well as to significantly increase finance to help low and middle income countries quickly move to clean energy, whatever that means, clean energy, right? And invest in climate resilience measures to better cope with increasingly severe extreme weather events. See, the Lord gonna punish these devils, man. The Lord gonna punish these devils. You talk about clean energy. Clean energy? When you're spraying chemtrails in the sky, when you're poisoning the food, you're poisoning the water. Now you want to, all of a sudden, you care about the energy. And you call it clean. What does that mean? Right? It says, we are decades behind, Gutierrez said. We must make up time lost to foot dragging. It says arm twisting and the naked greed of entrenched interests raking in billions from fossil fuels. So they about to get together, all right, and go over their plans and movements for the next phase. Okay, so we're going to be paying close attention, all right, because again, this is all leading to one major prophecy. This is all that whole clean energy and burn the fossil fuel. They're leading all this stuff to change the whole system so they can chip you, period. That way they can get control over it. They already control the grid because they set it up. And now they just want you to enter into it. They got to enter into you, under your skin. And once they're in there, you're locked. You're done. Okay? That's what they want. These wicked elites, that is what they want. And they're being exposed by the men of the Lord. Okay? Because again, it's all biblical prophecy. But it had to be the men of the Lord who bring it out and to warn the people. Revelation 13, verse 16, 17, 18. Okay? The mark of the beast. Let me get a quick couple more precepts and then we're going to close it out. Yeah, man, because we definitely, we're at the end of this thing. Okay, we've been saying that for years. And that's part of the urgency of this truth. But, man, we're truly at the end, man. The days of speeding up, flying, man, what? And the Lord is about to really hit this place like, oh, man, like never before. Like never before, bro. There's a book of Zechariah, chapter 14 and verse 12. It says, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. And Jerusalem is talking about who? Israel. The 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. What is that talking about? When the missiles drop. Okay, you're going to have Babylonians around the land. They're going to be stuck around this land. And the Lord going to pelt them. Okay? It's a beautiful thing. All right, they say what their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. That means their skin is gonna melt. That's just a fire is gonna burn right through, blow right through this shit. Right? It says, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes. Ooh, see that heat, man. What a vision. And their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Okay, so man, when the missiles hit, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. All right. Luke chapter 12, verse 49, it says, I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I, if it be already kindled? All right, that's Yahushua. Okay. You say he said, oh, what will I, if it already be kindled? Like I wish it was already there. Like I can't wait. See, the days are moving fast, so he can get to that day, so he can really set this place ablaze. All right, that sacrifice. All right, the sacrifice of Bozrah. What a day. There's a book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 8. It says, in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not the Most High, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach. I think there's a little bit more. Yep, verse 9. It says, who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his power, when he shall come to be glorified in his saints. And who are the saints? The Israelites, starting with the elect. All right, the elect 144,000 men. Okay, and to be and then on the way down to the rest of the 1/3 of Israel. It says, and to be admired in all them that believe, right? Only the elect believe. in these last days, of course, right? Because our testimony among you was believed in that day. There you go. Okay? So, we have something to look forward to, even though it might not look like, we're going to make it out. Trust and believe Yahweh Bashem Yahshua has already made a way. Okay? You just got to walk in it. All right? Just got to walk in it, have faith, and just walk in it. We're going to be guided. We're going to be protected. We're going to be provided for. All right? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, you just got to stay strong. All right? The test is going to come, but we're going to pass it. It's designed that way. All right? He's done it all throughout. He's going to do it again. Joshua 1:9. The Lord said, have I not commanded thee? Have I not commanded thee? That's a strengthening place to be in. I've commanded. The Lord himself have commanded you, saying, be strong and of good courage. Okay? That's the mindset we got to be in. Be strong and of good courage. If you're in this faith, do not falter. Don't fear. Keep your faith. Be strong and of good courage. Good courage. Okay? Don't be afraid. Neither be thou dismayed. Don't doubt. Okay? That's what Esau wants. He wants you to be in a position of fear and in doubt. So that way he can present to you his shit. See? But if you have full faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and you're not dismayed because you know that he's with us wherever so we may go. See? That's the spirit we have, and we want to pass it down onto you. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. Hey, so, Lord willing, your brothers and sisters were edified. I'm going to lead off here. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachak Kodesh, the water Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. And until next time, Shalom.